Hi everyone, I'm Michael Muradian, Director of Business Development at Bittrex Global and the host of our AMA. Today we're featuring Elvantis and our guests are Mercurius Elvantis, Head of Content, Mighty Nebula, Community Manager. Thanks for joining us today. The Bittrex Global team is excited about our partnership with Elvantis.
Good. Hey guys, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening for you guys. Mercurius couldn't come because he's sick, so we brought Celine, our moderator on our communities.
Mhm.
So please welcome her.
Hi guys, I'm Celine. So I'm stepping up for Mercurius since he's very sick. Happy to be here.
Thank you. So for our AMAs, we source questions from the Bittrex Global and crypto communities regarding your listing. So let's dive in to see what they want to know about your project. So to kick things off, we always like to learn a little bit about our guests and hear your team's story. So can you tell our audience about what gave you the idea to create this unique project?
Yes, fair enough. So I must say that the core of the Elvantis team was born in a multiplayer online game in which a group of seven people got together in a mission to dominate and make it to the top ranking. And we were aiming to attract a lot of attention because we were into the game environment, and we managed to do it. We started receiving a lot of offers to play and test different games with different goals until we were offered a crypto payment, and that clicked on our heads. So we
Mhm.
were already in the market as investors, and we knew we could do better than most games out there because we were playing for a long time and we already knew the behind scenes of like the game constructions. So each one of us had different skills and occupations in real life. But then once we started talking business, we understood the potential it would be if we united our strengths not only to play as we were doing and earn money, but to create our own play to earn metaverse based project. So we had excellent professionals on the team, such as software programmer, graphic design, a sales and marketing guy, and content, a human resources person, a community manager, and a writer. So we started like this. And once we finished the crypto job that was offered to us, we had a fair money. We were offered the fair money. We could raise enough money to start the project. So the result is this beautiful metaverse we're creating named Elvantis.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much for that. But can you tell us why the name Elvantis? We would love to learn more about the story behind the name.
Okay, the name we designed a specific meaning for this name. So we were aiming to like create how can I say like a an idea of like people whoever listened to that name they could relate as they were part of their nation. So Elventis is basically um, a nation sense, a nation feeling. So we have the terms Elventis, not only for the characters we have in our metaverse lately, but also for all of those that are part of our history and they possess our NFTs and they're willing to play the game. So Elventis is basically the name of our universe, and it
Mhm.
means like this. As we have like the Big Bang story behind the creation of our own universe. Elventis is the name behind the creation of our universe.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Thank you so much for that. So to dive into your project a little further, can you tell us why the ELV token and what like walk our audience through the tokenomics and the distribution of it?
Okay, so our ELV tokens, it's going to have a lot of utilities inside of our metaverse, and we are currently using them in a very specific and important feature that we have on our dApp, which is the opening of chests. So whoever wants to join our universe and our metaverse, they necessarily have to have an NFT and character, an Elvantian. And to do that, they have to access nft.elvantis.com so they can open or chests with ELV tokens. But we're definitely gonna have lots of other incentives and utilities for our token in the near future inside of the metaverse. And talking about the tokenomics, um, our supply started as 100 million tokens. And one very important thing to say is that we're time locked, so new tokens cannot be maintained by any person, only by the Space Moon Elvantis contract. So basically, that this our token is not only for speculation, and we're gonna have lots of new resources for the usage of it, as like the purchase of items, the purchase of skins, because the thing is, we are just at the beginning of the development, and although we have like this metaverse based constructed now, and we have like mostly hosting our games, um, our metaverse will be really this kind of amusement park of experiences where people will be able to design their own experiences inside the metaverse. Everyone that purchases or owns the land, they will have the opportunity of buy any sorts of experiences really inside of that their lands. So the ELV token will be definitely used to access this specific part of our metaverse.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much for that. Another topic we've had a lot of questions about is your upcoming metaverse launch. So, can you tell us more about this and why you felt this was an important aspect of Web3 to dive into?
Absolutely. I just wanted to add something to the question before that I forgot to talking about the deflationary ecosystem we have mechanisms is that um, 60% of everything people use to buy or chests, be it like alien chests or ship chests, 60% of that it's automatically burned. And we also have like 30% burned of ELV on our treasury map feature that's coming. And also 5% of every transaction in the marketplace will be distributed equally across the metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. Shall we go back to the topic if you're done with the other question? I'm very interested to hear about why you felt this was like an important aspect of the Web3 to dive into of your
Okay,
upcoming
sorry,
metaverse.
I had a cut here. Okay, let's answer that now. Um, we understand that Web 3.0 has a lot of things to explore, and we felt like building a metaverse would be the ideal way to start in order to create all those experiences like people are looking for in Web
Mm-hmm.
3.0. And we also saw a great opportunity to host our games inside of the metaverse rather than just creating games or just being an NFT project. So we saw in the metaverse a really good opportunity to include all of the possibilities of creation and um, integration to to this Web 3.0 um, revolution.
Thank you for that. So, as a follow up to that, can you expand on your future game launch and what this exactly entails?
Yes, so we don't have like the visual part of this, but anyone who's interested on checking more about our Metaverse and our game previews can either access our Telegram, Discord, or Twitter.
Mhm.
But um, our first game that we're about to launch in no more than 3 weeks by now, I would say, will be what we call a death run race, in
Mhm.
which we'll have from 30 to 60 participants, and it's gonna be okay. It's important to say that every game we launch in our metaverse will not be a click to earn thing. Will be
Mhm.
totally based on skills. So the participants will have to bet a certain amount of money in order to play the
Mhm.
games. So they're gonna compete for the prize. So it's I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Fall Guys, but it's a game where you have like to overcome obstacles and be faster than your the people you're playing against with, so you can like rank. So we're gonna basically have like three types of race. So let's imagine there are gonna be like 30 people. So the first 15 people to get to cross the line, they will classify to another stage, and in that stage only 5 people will classify, and then they will have like the final stage where the three top players will share the total price of the game, meaning that 80% of the amount of money bet will be shared uh, with these three players. Like the first player
Mhm.
get the bigger amount, the second place a share of that amount, and the third place the the least share. And 20% goes back to the project for the development issues and marketing issues. Would you like to
Mhm.
say anything, Celine?
As a mod, if I may add, I'm focused on listening to the community and gathering their sentiments, right? And they've been asking for this game launch in what seems like forever. And finally, they will have something tangible that they can get their hands in and enjoy their investment. And the game, their investment, has been emphasized by Mighty through the Death Run and the betting game.
Okay.
And we also have another game. That's going to be the first game we're going to launch, the Death Run game,
Hmm.
that people are most excited about because it has a really nice design and it's totally based on universal. Um, just it's intergalactic based game. But we also have another one that is a horse race game. But we're still in the final development of it, so we should launch it like a couple weeks after the Death Run game. But just for people to know that we're not only launching these two games, but as we're seeing that more people are getting in and they're enjoying our games, we're gonna launch more and more games.
Hmm.
That was very, very helpful for us to understand what you guys have been working on. Thank you so much for sharing that. But one of our community members asked, "What is the video contest?" I'm interested in creating a content related to Elvantis and would love to know more about this.
Okay, so would you like to say anything about this for start, Celine?
You can start.
Okay, so this video contest, it's basically one of our first strategies to launch our metaverse, and people should like be creative because we made available some shorts of our metaverse because we've been receiving builds and testing the games, giving bugs report, So when it's time to our public alpha test, we make sure that everybody can test it and can play it without any difficulties or problems. So we made available some cuts of our metaverse, and people should create videos in order to show us why is that why
Mhm.
would they recommend Elvantis to a friend, or what are the features that make
Mhm.
Elvantis metaverse the best metaverse at the moment. So it's basically that.
Yeah, yeah, like what made their heartbeat for Elvantis? Like, what caught their eye, and what made them interested in diving into our universe?
Yeah.
Those are
Perfect.
simple guide questions.
I hope that answered our community members' questions. But one of the other users, another one asked, so your website mentions earn NFTs by playing. What are the benefits users will get by holding NFTs? And how many types of NFTs does Elvantis currently have?
Perfect. That's a good question. Um, okay, so right now we have some features on our app, such as the NFT farm. So the first benefit that NFT holders are currently having is that the more the more NFTs they possess, the better are the multiplier they'll have on an NFT farm, so they can get like passive income while waiting for the our metaverse to launch. So the more rare the NFTs are, the better are the multipliers. And we are going to have specific um, race episodes or race modality only for the top holders of NFTs. So let's say, for example, in order to join this modality of race, you have to have at least 20 NFTs in your wallet.
Mhm.
So, and these races are gonna receive like a higher amount of money, or at the end, you're gonna have like a special NFT as a reward. So we're still discussing these things, but basically, the more NFTs you have, the better are your rewards and access to our metaverse. And of course, we're gonna have like specific events inside of Metaverse, and we are even considering making something in the presential world as well as like this big event, so everybody that has our NFTs or our Elvantis enthusiasts can participate and create this really live community that we want to achieve.
Well, thank you for answering the community's members' questions. We also had a few questions around the build of the project. So, can you tell us what chain Elvantis currently lives on? And does Elvantis plan to support other chains in the near future?
Yeah, so we're currently based on the BSC chain, Binance Smart Chain, and we also have a bridge on SWFT where
Mhm.
the investors from the Ethereum chain
Mhm.
can buy our ERC20 tokens.
Mhm.
And we are planning to develop like Ethereum cross chain or Matic cross chain, but at the moment
Mhm.
this is a very delicate topic because
Mhm.
we know in the market that some cross chains have been facing like exploits and everything, so we don't want to make anything without the most security possible. So by now, we only have the SWFT bridge,
Mhm.
which provides us everything that we need in order to Ethereum users can also participate in the development and in the launch of our metaverse. And also, we are aiming to develop our own blockchain in order to lessen the fees and to like be less to be more independent in order to create a better environment for our users.
All right. We're very excited about for all the upcoming innovations you guys are going through. Thanks for sharing that. So, looking outward, what are some of the developments in the Web3 world that your team is excited and optimistic about?
Um, that might leads us to the impact DAOs, for example, because um, we've been really worried about like how could we construct this community sense for real, and we've seen that this impact DAOs they have been doing a great work in the real world as well, like bringing like projects like such as helping poor communities and like doing something else for the world, you know. So we're looking forward to explore more that, seeing that we already have like our DAO token, and we're like looking forward to explore the possibilities and the results we
Mhm.
can get with this impact DAOs.
That's great. Selena, did you want to add something to it or? Sorry.
Oh, none, none so far.
All right. All right, great. So, and for our final question to you, what is the best way that our community members can get involved with the Elvantis project?
Oh, so that's really pertinent. So,
Mhm.
as I just talked about impact DAOs, we already have like a DAO system being implemented in our um, in our project lately. That
Mhm.
is everyone participating in our farms, which you have to to stake or ELV tokens, or participating on the NFT farms. They are both farming ELV tokens and ELVD, that is our governance token. So in the near future, all of our investors, they will not only have like a share of the project, like by possessing ELV tokens and having access to specific things in our metaverse, but they're gonna also be able to use our ELVD tokens to be a part of the decisions of the project and vote for like improvements, or in which
Mhm.
direction should we go, or what are going to be the next NFT collections, and all sorts of decisions really that the project is aiming to take, or investors will be active part of this process.
Okay, and if I may add to that, you can always go to our website, elvantis.com, and when you look to the left side, we are on Telegram, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Medium, and YouTube. So you can always go to our social platforms and engage with us. As a mod, I highly encourage you to join our community. It's fun and welcoming, and I hope we can build this together through our DAO system of governance.
Yes, that is really important because in especially Twitter, lately we've been very active in all
Mhm.
our social medias really, because as part of our internal team, we have like this we were building an internal agency, marketing
Mhm.
agency. So we finally got there now. We have like over 20 people working in this agency. So
Mhm.
they're doing a great job like producing the pieces of art and pieces of content, so everybody can follow and
Mhm.
participate in the development of the project in our Telegram, Discord, Instagram, Twitter networks as well. Well said, Celine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you, Elvantis team, for joining us for this AMA today. We've learned a lot more about ELV. We're very excited about partnering and for the future of the Elvantis project. So, if
Thank
our viewers want to learn more about Elvantis, please go to www.elvantis.com. That's www.elvantis.com. Thank you again, Elvantis team.
thank you, Michael, for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
very much
great
for
day.
the opportunity and